volleyball player. And sometimes when I hear Jasmine, I'm thinking, what are you actually made of? These stories, they inspire us all that are out there and we want to go high. So, Jasmine, first, why Cincino? Why this industry? Are you there?
I made your call, so you have to unmute them and then mute them again, Camilla. I made your calls, so you can press. Or shall I do? I do it. I'll mute her now. She's
I
coming.
think you must do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Now
are.
you can hear me, right? So, thank you for having me, Marco. And yeah, I'm really excited and a little bit nervous because it's my first time. So why Ticino? I wanted to have a change in my life because I didn't want to go back to my work and also work full time or have only 5 weeks vacation in a year. So my goal was to have more time with my family, with my friends, also for myself, and also especially for my little daughter, for Alia. And yeah, this is why I joined Ticino. And yes.
Thank you, Jasmine. And you know, we had some Zoom and we got to know each other a little bit. So, you know, the main thing that you wanted was freedom. You wanted to decide your own life. You wanted to decide what you want to spend your time on. And for most of us, that's the main reason. And you know, for those 2 years, that's been a lot of development here. A journey for you as a woman, as a mom, as a leader, and you know, there was like a little story that I don't know how to say it. It's like touched my heart a little bit because you told me, or Sinab, your little sister told me that she was your sponsor, and in the beginning it was a little difficult to get you started. So tell us the story.
Yeah. I mean, of course, my journey was not so easy for me because in the beginning, I had no contacts, and this was my point to make some new contacts. So, and I was also in the maternity leave at that time. So I talked to my sister. I said, Zina, I do not have contacts. What should I do? And she was like always, Yasmin, find a solution and do something and come out of your comfort zone. And of course, I was a little bit pissed off because I have a baby and it's not easy for me. I'm a mom, but I know she wants to put me in the cold water, but that's okay for me because I'm a person who always tries to not give up and have not or not get some downs like other people, which is really common in network marketing. And because if you really, I'm a little bit nervous, sorry.
You're perfect. We love you.
I mean, because if you really want to have a change in your life, then you have to do something. And I always try to think like that. So, and yes, the beginning is always difficult, but I always had my why with me. So this pushed me to do more. And I often get emotional because, sorry.
It's good. You know, it's so good. You know, I love this because what we do here is so important for us. It's so important for our family. We are out there. We are sacrificing so much, and so it's a part of the journey. What we feel and it's so okay. You know, that's why you will have such a great success. Why you have the success that you have. And I know that you know you got your little daughter just right under 2 years ago, I think. And when you start working, you have to like you brought her into the meetings, and Sina was helping you while you were having the meetings. And you kind of like you changed a little bit of the task, like who is doing what here, and that's also how you start building your team.
Yeah, that's true. The point is why I get so often emotional. I also have no support from my husband, and and he didn't also. I'm sorry. The point is, I never talked about anyone because of this topic, because that challenged me even to do more things to achieve my goal. And it gives me more energy to get out of my comfort zone. So that's why I went out. Sorry. I went out with Alia and started to talk to people. I went out to the store. I talked to people on the street. I asked them if they're open for new opportunities. I mean, of course, it was hard for me, and I also get so many no's. But hey, that's fine because the beginning is always difficult. But I also get some yes, and we exchanged the business cards, and I called them and invite them to the business presentation, and then make the follow-ups. And always when I looked to Alia, my daughter, and every time she smiled, this motivated me to do even more things, and grow my business. And then there was an event I really want to go there because it was about personal development. And I went out with Alia, and I had always Alia with me in the business presentation, Zoom calls, follow-ups. She's always with me. And I went to the event, and they told me I can't go inside because I have Alia with me. So my sister came to me and said, "It's fine. I will take care. I will stay outside, and I will take care of her." I said, "Okay, this will be so great because I need contacts. I need new contacts to grow my business." And after I went inside, she was outside, and after 1 to 2 hours, I went out because I have to feed Alia. She was hungry, and I have to give her milk. And my sister told me, "You know what? Alia is a superstar because everyone wants to play with her. And you know what? I make some new contacts." I talked to the event organizer. I talked to the people who are working in the hotel, and we were laughing at the moment. And I told my sister I made a lot of contacts, and I told her one of them is really special because we talked about many things and also like private things. And I mean, I will not talk about more about this person because you will hear a story as well. I just only can say I'm really thankful to have you, Veronica, in my team because she was the woman I met in this event. And now she's my business partner. And I'm so grateful to have her. And what I also want to say is I'm so thankful for my sister because she supported me a lot and the whole journey. And I know it is strange because how does it work? The younger sister coaches the older sister. I know. But just to make it easier, is just separate work from private life. And believe me, then it's so much easier for me to communicate with Zina because then we don't fight.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's so good. And I know you guys, you are really working with a close culture, and you're such power to each other, and that's a huge inspiration. And like I said in the beginning, there is no industry I've seen this before, and we need this. Women, we need this together. So I'm so proud of it. Do you have any like tips for others? Something you want to share? Some advice, or when people are out there?
Yes. If you want to change something in your life, and I know it doesn't work always like it should, yeah, but keep going and find a solution like I did. I did everything to reach my goal, because I have a strong why. So just always think about your why. And I also always try to handle everything. Of course, it was not easy, but come on, nothing comes from nothing. And this is what I'm also always thinking about. And being a good wife and being a good mother is not an excuse for not being a good leader. So I think this is
I love that. That's perfect because what I think is that this industry actually makes us better. It gives us confidence and it makes us better. And I love to see you continue to grow, Jasmine. You're a German. That's what I see in the comment field here. And that's so true. So have an amazing May, and I love to see you in person soon, so I can thank you for everything that you have shared also with me. That's inspirational. Thank you so much. So
Thank you so much.
thank you. Uh, so Jasmine was mentioning one of her other girls, and we're going to hear from her now. Her name is Veronica. She is rocking this company. In only 2 years, she's a diamond, and she moved from Slovakia to Austria just some years ago, and comes from the fashion design industry. She's 27 years old now, I believe. Correct me if I was wrong, Veronica. And also, I want to ask the first question before we dig into the story. Why Zinzino? So maybe Marco must do the technical part here. If we can have Veronica.
Now you can hear me, right?
Ah, beautiful.
So thank you very much, Camila. Why Zinzino? For me, I don't know. I know this industry for quite a long time, and I don't know, experienced that normal work. I was not the luckiest person in jobs, like for real. And I was running away from network marketing. I knew it was there, and I knew all the people I actually knew were being full time in this industry were so nice, like personally developed, and this is what I wanted to have too. So actually, that's why in Zinzino, because I've never experienced such personal growth. I've never experienced this conscious kind of work that it's not a competitive environment like we normally experience in normal, like normal in the normal world, let's call it like this. And this is what I can't cope with. It's something with me that I just can't cope with it. So plus the health aspect of the company and the demand in the market I saw for the concept that Centino works with, it just really clicked.
Yeah. You know, when we talked, you shared some personal stories, and I have to go into that if that is okay for you, because when you met Cincino and Sinab and Jasmine, uh, you were like a little kid in a little dark room. You know, you had some challenges with your health, some other stuff like we all have, and during life, and in a way, those last 2 years and your results are amazing. But you developed as a person and within your health, and you're kind of a shining light now for so many people. You're always positive. I asked Marco, give me a characteristic, sorry, about Veronica. He's like, she's always optimistic. So, tell us, what has Cincino actually done for you?
um, yeah, so it all started with this event that Jasmine was talking about. We got to know each other on an event about personal development. And then we met a few days later, and she showed me this. So at this moment, I was searching. That's why I was there also. And I was, as you said, I was coming from I was at a very dark place, and I was ready for something new, and I knew I have not much to lose, because I don't know, that moment back then I was having a bad time with my old job. Quit. I quit, but not very nicely, because they paid my they paid my studies, which was very expensive, and of course I was facing if they wanted to have the money back, and I was facing every day that this struggle with, okay, if I get the letter that they want this money back, I have to claim private bankruptcy. So it's like, I just hope not. And when I was at this event, that was just, I think, 1 week after I found out that it's not gonna happen. So I was very relieved, but really, I don't know. I was coming from a very bad working environment. That's why I wanted to leave this job so badly. I felt like a misfit, and I think that everyone at a certain point in his life or at a certain job just feels like the misfit, just really struggles with the job, especially I know everyone, but especially women experience at some point in their career really major mobbing or bossing. In my case, it was bossing, and that was just that just made me it made me ill. It made me mentally ill, and yeah,
Yeah. What I see now, and the girl I met is a strong woman with an amazing organization and a team that is leading people to achieve things they believe in, you know. So this is the whole, what I love about Cincino, and I've been here for 5.5 years, is the inspire change in life. And we see that like every day when we hear the stories, the real stories, and like yours, Veronica. And this is what keeps us going. We want to do more of this.
yeah,
So you want to share anything, any
yes.
advice, something we should go out and do? So the people, there's a lot of people on this event that wants to achieve what you have achieved.
I don't know, just never stop believing in yourself. Like what we have is such a gift. This concept, like the also reason why I struggled, why I was not very stable. I couldn't like fight against everyone at the job. I don't know, like I know that Zena and Jasmine remembers when they saw me, I was a weak person because I was bodily, I was not healthy. I lacked a lot of nutrients because I've been struggling from an eating disorder, from anorexia since I'm 16. So that's why, of course, when the job is harsh to you, you're harsh to yourself even more. And actually, with Zenzino, I started taking the products, I started taking the oil, and I don't know for how many years my body was lacking so many nutrients and the basis that what we have helps so many people, even if they don't feel sick. It's actually with Zinzino, and I'm 27. I'm not a teenager anymore. I really became healthy, like internally healthy, the first time, and I never found any supplements or anything that could help me replenish every cell in my body. Since I'm 16 years old and depriving myself from nutrients. This is such a gem we're holding in our hands. Plus the personal development that we experience that we can share with people. The the way we give this to people, the business, how we develop our team, and that's the essence, that's the way how you become strong, how you grow a strong business that is stable because you just give this to other people. You teach them how to grow strong and how to grow financially and how to help even more people with their health and later also with their wealth. I mean, with Zinzino, the wealth part comes much faster than with other things out there. So it's not about how much you hustle every day. It's about not stopping and all the stories from the people you hear when you have a good customer base and the partners.
You know, thank you so much, Veronica. It is a privilege to change the world together with you. It is true. So we're getting a little emotional here, all of us. Thank you so much for sharing, and this is so valuable. Jasmine and Veronica, you're Can't wait to meet you. Okay, so let's shake that up a little bit. And I want to talk to Sam Pierce now. She's a powerhouse. She came together with her husband, Kristen, that we heard earlier today. Thank you for that. Into Cincino around like 6 months ago. And I had the opportunity to have a quick little talk with them at the Globen event. And actually, I had no idea that these guys were like really rock stars. You know, Dave is bringing in so much good people. And what we have seen and what we have heard from Sam those last months, she's sharing so much knowledge. And I'm so thankful to have her also. She's over 13 years of experience in this industry. She's a mother of two, a dedicated wife, and she's rocking this company. So, Samantha, Sam, are you here with us? If Marco will unmute her and give her a chance to show the picture, I would love to.
I am here, Camilla. It's so good to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Sam, you're down in South Africa, actually opening a new continent for our company. That's so cool. So, you're a personal trainer. You have a lot of experience from nutrition, and some of us have heard this story. But can you please share it a little bit with the rest of the group? Why Zinzino?
So my background is wellness and nutrition. As you heard from Kirsten earlier, he had network marketing in his breast milk. I did not have that. I married into the industry. I had to learn it from scratch. But when I sat in my first presentation, I understood that this was the way that my husband and I were going to create a significant legacy, not only for ourselves and for our children, but for thousands upon thousands of people across the globe. And that's always been our heart's desire. Now, we weren't looking for Zinzino, if I can be honest. We were in our previous company. We were there. We were prepared to build. But Dave Ives is a sneaky character, and he had a big vision ahead of him. And Kirsten was looking for an omega oil. Dave put up his hand and said, hang on a second, I've got something for you, but you need to take a blood test. So he sent us some product. We took this blood test. We started to learn and to read a bit about what Zinzino was about. And we actually realized, wait a second, we are sitting with something that could potentially change not only our lives and our health, which is something we were always so aware of, but actually impact Africa in a way that would be beyond anything anyone had ever seen, because we have an evidence-based nutrition. And that's how we decided that Zinzino was going to be the place where we would plant our flag, we were going to build our legacy, because it ticked all those 7 criteria that Kirsten spoke about earlier. It ticked all of that for us. It resonated with us, and we realized that, hang on, this is the potential to change so many lives, literally from a cellular level up, and that was exciting for us.
Oh, that's amazing. I love this. This is so much valuable. And, you know, Sam, we both have children kind of like growing up in this industry. And you know, it's what I can see from my children. The oldest is 21, in the middle is 16, and my youngest is 13. And I can only see positive effects. And that's something that I've always been talking about, because I wanted to tell women that, you know, don't use your children as an excuse to go high, because I think it's only valuable for them. Can we discuss this? Do you have any comments on that?
I agree 100%. You know, every day I wake up with the decision of the actions I take today are either going to teach my children positive impact for the future, or it's going to give them a hindrance. And I realized that within this network marketing industry, we teach our kids so much. So as a family, as a Pierce family, we have a saying that says, there are never problems, there are only solutions. And we always seek out how to find a solution for any challenge that we're facing. And we find that every day in network marketing. What challenges are we facing? Well, we're facing a major health crisis at the moment. Do we have a solution? Yes, we do. We can tick that box. People are in a massive financial crisis. They don't know what's going to happen, where to get an income from. Do we have a solution for that? Yes, we do. We have people that don't know how to grow and how to develop, like Veronica shared her story. Do we have a solution for that? Yes, we do. And through this constant process Our kids are seeing that we find solutions. We're not those people who just sit back and allow life to happen to us, but actually we go forward and we make change. You know, I look at my daughter every day and I realize that I am setting her up for success by teaching her that life doesn't stop when you're a mom. And our priorities, we get married and our husband becomes number one. And then we have kids and our kids become number one. And mom and her dreams and her ambitions and her goals kind of falls to the bottom of the list. And they actually are never exposed, never spoken about. But every day when I move my needle one step forward towards my dream, I'm teaching my daughter that, yes, you can have a family, you can have a marriage, you can have a business, you can be successful in all of that if you follow your dreams. Because you as an individual, you as a woman, as a mom, sitting watching the screen today, your goals, your dreams, your ambitions are as valuable to your children as they are to you. You deserve to go after and fulfill yourself and to reach those goals that you've always wanted to, because if you don't shine your light, the world misses out on what you are offering.
Oh, it's perfect. I love this. And this is what we should talk more about. We should never feel guilty for going after, what makes us better. That's what I said. I can never stop going after my dreams because it will stop me. And I think I'm a better mom when I'm out there doing my thing, doing what I love and the value I give to my children. And of course, sometimes we can do both. We can be the mom and we can have a huge career. And what I have seen, and of course what I see and we see, that this industry can give us both. A lot of other industries maybe can't do that because you have to be in an office 15 hours a day or you have to travel, but this industry can actually give us both. So I love that. So you guys are rocking really fast now, and you're growing. And so can you share some tips about how to grow fast and steady? Because we like the steady part also.
Steady is always important. You'd rather want to grow a steady business than a fast business that falls apart. So I jotted down 3 things, and you know what? Most of them have been covered already in this training. But the first thing I wanted to share with you is this: don't take a no personally. As women, that goes straight to our core. It can rip apart our self-belief and our confidence in ourselves. And am I making the right decision? And what am I doing? Don't take a no personally. The individual that you are speaking to is saying no to the opportunity presented to them, not to you. They're saying no to the possibility of changing and impacting their health and their financial future, not to you. You know, in one of our previous businesses, we had somebody who had 200 no's in a row before they got 1 yes. And then they went on to grow one of the biggest businesses within our organization. Do not take a no personally. Just take it up. Okay, they're not ready for it. Push it aside. Second thing is consistency. It can be a challenge being a mom and a wife. And, here in South Africa, we have to do all our homeschooling and everything else is piling up because of the situation that we're in. But if you decide, as Dave was saying, a 1% movement into that direction of building your dreams every single day, in a year from now, you have gone 365 degrees into the direction of what you're wanting to do. So consistently every day, making those decisions, doing what you need to do, go and tick off that list if that's something that you need to do to make sure that you are moving your business forward. And the third one is choose your hard. It's tough to go out and build a network marketing business. It's not always going to be easy. But you know what's also hard? Is not having hope, not having the finances to be able to fulfill your dreams, not having your health to be able to run with your kids. That's also hard. And I would much rather choose the hard of building a legacy for my family, of going out there every day and sharing a message of lives that can be changed completely, than the hard of feeling I am never good enough and I cannot provide for my kids and what they need. So choose your hard.
That's amazing. I love this. I hope everyone on this call, women or men, doesn't matter. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Sam. And I can't wait to see you on the big stages and talk about this for everybody. Thank you so much. So our last is Trina from Norway. And, I met our last guest in this panel just about a year ago. And just by coincidence, she came in like a guest at my cafe. I have a little restaurant in the West Coast where I'm from. So I was there for a couple of days. And I actually follow this woman on because she's a very famous blogger in Norway. So I follow her for years. And suddenly she was standing right in front of me. And I was like, oh my God, I just need to reach out somehow. And I was like, hey, you're Trina, right? And we start talking. And within 4 weeks later, we teamed up and we decided that we're gonna do this. And she was all in 100% from day one. She is have a years, I think it's 15, 20 years of experience from digital marketing. She's been on Oprah Winfrey show twice, so she's a little celebrity here in Norway. And during this last year, she became a diamond. Nearly over, I think, 1,500 customers in her organization. And I must say, I have never worked so close with somebody who is so dedicated. Every move she do for her team, and she do for Cincino and her future. So, Trina, are you with me here? Let's hope. She's coming in every second now.
What? I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, you are. You look great, girl.
Oh,
And,
thank you.
yeah, just so sure, Trina. Cincino network marketing, that was totally new for you. You got like hundreds of people wanted to, recruit you in this industry, but you always said no. And then Cincino, the products, what happened?
Well, you happened. I guess you happened. And I heard three things because I have a lot of followers in social media. And I heard three things. But it's also important. I'm going to get emotional as well because this was an emotional talk for a lot of the girls on here or ladies. But I was in a place, I worked as a digital advisor for 15 years with big companies in Norway, but I was always recruited, hired in. I was not employed because I wanted to work by myself. So I was never like really an employment in the businesses. So I was always sitting alone. I was very lonely. I was very eager to have a team around me. And then the day before I met Camilla, I had my last speech about Instagram marketing, and I nearly puked coming back to the hotel. I was so sick and tired of talking about social media and marketing because I've done this since 2004. I was the first blogger in Norway, and I built this all by myself. I had online courses, and I was so sick of it. So I was just wanting to do something else. And then Camilla came along and she said, I got my own web shop. I got omega-3s that I need because I have rosacea. This is a skin disease, which is due to inflammation. And I heard prebiotic fiber. I didn't know anything else. I didn't understand the business at all. I've always said no because, oh, that's some pyramid things. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No, 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 I'm not into that stuff because everybody's asked me for the last 15 years since my blog took off, but I always said no. And then I met Camilla, and I was at a stage where I really needed that energy, and I needed some people to see me. And I met Urian and Hilda, and I was like coming into their amazing house in Oslo, and it was like coming home to a family, like for real. For me, I'm a single mom in Norway. I have two beautiful kids. They're very pretty kids. And it was like coming home to a family for me, and just talking to these people and the energy and the embracing my personality for the first time in my life. My personality was embraced. I come from a family with three brothers and sisters and a dad that really high educated. I was like the clown in the family. I've lived off my personality both in radio and TV, but this business is amazing. So I just love it. That was a long one. Sorry.
No, we love it. I have to say, Trina, I'm so proud of you. And some days I'm thinking, is she actually built from, you know? And we all have the stories and the strengths and the weaknesses. And you know what I think, what I you know admire with you is that you, even though the times are a little tough and it doesn't always go as you probably all know, it's a little slower. It's you always find a solution. You're always out there doing what's best for your team. Everything you do is like, how can I grow? How can I? What can I read? Give me something. Give me something. You're there all the time. So how do you consistently work with your team like every day?
Oh my God. I work long hours. I do a lot. I follow up. I have 130, 40 people in my team now. And I always am a bit, how do you say it? I have a lot of people in the team. So, but not all of them are like me, just doing the work. That I must say, but I follow up. I talk to them. I message them daily, weekly, due to their process in life. But I really want to understand where they are and tapping into their why. And some people maybe take a little bit longer finding their why because they're new to this business. All the people in my, I only have one. You're going to listen to the amazing Katrina after. I only have two or three people, Michaela also, and Tonya. They've done some of this business before, but the rest is new, and it's all about trusting the process and making sure that they do a little bit every day. But it's been a struggle because when you have so many new people that don't understand this business, it's getting them to do the work and understanding, okay, if you do a little bit each week, dun dun dun, it's gonna pay off. So
Yeah,
I try to inspire them. I really do. And I have them all in a Facebook group and I work online with them. I do Facebook Lives and I've built an online course for them. So
yeah.
like Marco Passanante has done. So yeah, and
Yeah,
Fabio.
you have done so much, and I see that you're also building this very strong team culture that we're all supporting each other, and that's something that you mentioned in the beginning. That's what we love about this industry. There is nothing we can do alone. We have to inspire each other. We give each other compliments. We build. We share. We share all these ideas to make us better. So I'm so thankful for you, Tina. We're working really close, talk every day, and you're giving so much, just not to your team, but also to me. I'm lucky to have you. Thank you. So
Right,
we're
right.
going to end this, and this has been so fun. My final words will be that, you know, we have something amazing to offer to the world. Not only our products or business, but we have ourselves. We have our stories, we have our experience, and that's something we should be proud of and go out and share because that is what the world needs today. They need hope. They need something to be inspired of, to take action to make a better future. So, Marco, thank you so much for putting together this event. We adore you. You are the machine in this whole 1Mondo. And thank you to all of you. Have a very successful